Hi.
Oh, yes, I know. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. As you can see, Emma has very kindly come
To get licked in the face.
today to help me with some really big, finicky, repotty things that I've been putting off for ages, and I'm obviously not in the position to be able to do myself at the moment.
I am.
So we're just going to kind of be working through some things that I have been wanting to do for a while. And that's the plan, really. It'll be very chilled. We're just going to have a chat, have a catch up, do some plant things.
Have a good time.
Have a great time. But first, if you're new here, hi, my name's Claire, and this is Yoli. I make videos all about houseplant care, sharing tips and tricks I've learnt over the years to help keep your plants happy and healthy. And yeah, that is the plan. It's a beautiful day. Yoli's tail is hitting the tripod. It's a beautiful day. So we were thinking actually we might start outside and...
Get some Vit D.
Yeah, get some sunshine, lap up those rays. Sounds like my mum when I said that. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. Project number 1.
Oh my gosh. So what do you want done with this?
So, it's my variegated Monstera that I've had for such a long time. And it's obviously just looking really raggedy, really awful. It has been neglected so much over the last few months. And I honestly think, although I could probably take a few sections and get a few leaf cuttings here and there, I honestly think probably the best thing to do is get it all back to wet sticks. Get it off this moss pole, which in itself is huge. It takes up so much space.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get rid of.
It's a lot of work to maintain a moss pole this big.
It really is. So, we've both got scissors, and I think let's just be brutal and chop the whole thing.
Okay. Do you want single nodes, double nodes? Do you want to keep the leaves on?
I mean, the leaves.
We're going to have to cut the roots out of the pole.
We are going to have to cut the roots out of the pole, which, you know what, I've propagated this plant so many times as it is.
It'll be fine.
It will be fine. It will be
They're
fine.
hardy.
It's going to feel really sad to do.
I'll let you do the first part then.
I'll chop it right at the bottom. Oh, it's kind of corked at the bottom.
Oh.
Okay.
If you can cut
There we go.
It's cut.
It's cut. There's no going back now. And then I've thought about whether or not I actually want to keep wet sticks and stuff, and I might keep 1 or 2 back for myself, but I think on the whole I'm probably going to give them away.
Yeah.
Just it's a lovely plant, but again, it's an upright climbing plant. It deserves more attention than I think I can give it.
And I feel like this sounds really bad, but a variegated Monstera is not hard to come by anymore.
It's not. No, God, I mean, when I first got this plant, it was... I got it...
Impossible to find.
Such a little thing, and it was novelty. I was over the moon when I first got this plant. And I have loved it over the years, and obviously I feel like at points I've really got the best out of it.
Yeah.
But it just is making me so sad to watch it go downhill, when I'm actually...
There's something you can do about it.
Yeah, and we're going to get so many wet sticks that hopefully so many people will be able to grow the plant. I know. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say I also can't guarantee this plant isn't pesty. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it would, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing anything right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, maybe leave some leaf. Yeah, maybe leave some leaf cuttings.
Leave some leaves.
Leave some leaves.
Well, I'll leave all the leaves, and you can make that judgment.
Yeah, perfect.
For yourself.
Thanks. That I think just getting it off the moss pole is probably going to be the biggest job. And yeah, I made a video years ago on my channel when I first put this plant onto this moss pole and how I made it, because I made it with a half length of guttering, and it's done the plant really well, because obviously it's just held it. It's heavy plants and it's held it upright.
It's crazy that it grew a growth point from like so low down.
Oh yeah.
But like this is a new growth point.
How weird.
I mean, obviously this leaf's
that
gone.
Little poor plant.
But like it's still growing growth points.
Yeah. I mean, it is a ridiculously hardy plant. I think probably because it isn't highly variegated as well, because it has pretty much reverted. Do you still have a variegated Monstera?
I do not. I've got my Tycon.
Oh, of course.
But no, I don't have a normal Albo anymore. I don't even have a normal Monstera anymore.
Well, I mean, you might upstairs in that bedroom.
I might take Claire's big one off of her.
Yeah, because I haven't listed that on Facebook yet.
I just need to find the space, which is the hard part.
Yeah. We'll figure that out. That's an afterthought.
Because that's literally a wish list plan for me, and I've always admired yours so much. And if you gave it to me, then it's like kind of still in the family.
I'd be able to still kind of get updates on it and see what was going on and whatnot, which would be lovely.
And if you ever did have the space again, I could return it to you quite easily.
I mean, I don't see that happening, but yes.
If you upsize, I don't know. Yeah. Or you decided you just wanted a giant cutting to put in your, like, in a vase or something.
True. I did contemplate, doing some kind of weird planter on the wall and growing it over the ceiling in my plant room. I've seen, like, Hilton Carter has done really cool wall plantings before. He makes almost hammock-type things for his plants. But again, I'm like, is that just an extra faff for something that... probably doesn't need to happen. I don't know.
Well, also if it's high up, you're not going to be able to reach it very easily.
But I think the point is that, like, the roots would be on the wall and then the plant would climb up over the ceiling.
I see.
I'll see if I can find a picture and I'll put it on the screen.
Interesting.
So that you can see what I mean.
Yeah, it sounds kind of counterintuitive.
It does, and I think maybe that's just hanging on to it for the sake of it, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, for now, I think probably... getting rid is the best thing. Oh my god, that was so easy.
Yeah. Light work when there's two of us.
Perfect.
There we go.
Nice.
So
woohoo! Now I just have a load of cuttings. I think what I will probably do realistically is the wet sticks here that I will put a clip in of that haven't got leaves. I'll probably maybe if anyone on my Patreon wants them or anything, I might give them to them. And then the ones with leaves I'll probably whack on Facebook Marketplace and people can come and pick them up just to get them gone. So again, I'm not hoarding unnecessary planty clutter.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking if we empty out the other prop box, the translucent one first, to see if the plant would fit in that.
Yeah.
And like test it on top of the shelf.
Yeah.
If that would work to do semi-hydro, no drainage system.
Yeah.
For the pally.
Yeah.
And then we've also got the big pot that the other one this morning came out of that could work for the Anthurium.
Yes, absolutely.
But let's start with the pally, just because that's the one that
that's the most important one.
Absolutely need the help with. Hello, we are back inside, and since we have chopped up the Monstera, we have been for a nice walk with Yoli in the sunshine.
Yes.
And we've also filmed a video for Emma's channel. We did a Would You Rather over there, so we will link that down below. Go and check it out. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But now, the main reason that Emma is here, my Pallidiflorum. This is a plant
that you can't pick up without me.
I can't pick it up anymore. It was heavy already, but it's so heavy. It's so difficult to lift down. And my initial thoughts were...
Ow!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just hit my knee. Okay.
Using something like this to kind of create a no drainage vessel, because although Anthuriums do love root aeration, because it's one that's doing so well in terracotta, I think this way of growing would probably work quite well.
But this is a little bit too big.
It's
Claire.
a bit big. Yeah.
Not gonna lie. She was like, I've got a box for it. I'm like, yes, Claire, this?
It's huge. I mean, I could probably do some co-planting.
You could put like 4 plants in this, Claire.
For the time being, we're just going to focus on the Pallidiflorum.
Yeah.
And I've got this prop box that is full of stuff. So we can have a look at what's in there.
I think that's a better size.
I think this is a better size as well. And ideally we'd put a layer of semi-hydro on the bottom. Obviously it's transparent so I can monitor the roots, I can see what's going on. And that will mean that I can just literally reach up, water the plant and not have to take it down every time.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. That's the plan.
I think I need to take it down.
I was going to say, yeah, I guess probably the first what we'll call, this is where Emma comes in.
I'm tall and strong and not pregnant.
Yeah, it's doing all the heavy lifting. It's also not in the greatest state at the moment. Its leaves, a lot of them are still very curly. Oh, yeah, as you can see on the floor. Right. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See, I think it would really benefit from a repot. Oh, poor plants. Poor plants.
Yeah, it's looking a bit sad, my
It's
dear.
looking a bit sad, and this breaks my heart because it is my favourite.
Yeah.
But, yeah, very curly, very thin. Will it fit? Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah, quite nicely.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that'll work.
And then we can have it quite weighty.
Yeah. And also the good thing about growing in something that's a bit wider as well, obviously in their natural environments, plants' roots tend to spread outwards more than they do down. And obviously this is not like in a typical pot, is not like the best way of growing. So hopefully this will actually do the plant a lot of good.
Woo! Do we want a potting mat? Do you have a potting mat?
I do have a potting mat. I should have brought it through. But
We can do it on the floor.
let's just do it on the floor. And I mean, this floor needs a clean anyway. And I will clean it up afterwards. There's obviously a chance that we may need to break the pot.
That'd be such a shame now, because it's a quite nice
It would be a
terracotta
shame.
pot. I think we should be able to get it out.
God, the weight of the plant is a lot.
It's crazy how much it's sized up in there. Like this tiny little point.
Yeah, I know. One of the other things that I really want to do is bury this lower. Because, yeah, as you just
absolutely.
pointed out, that
Like it's so skinny compared to that.
skinny. And, like, all of this could be rooting and could be strengthening the plant. So.
But I think we could probably, like...
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, the roots are also so healthy. Yay.
Sorry, that was just really easy.
I thought we were going to have to do loads of root rehabbing.
No, not at all.
The roots are literally perfect, which is great. Okay, if it lifts out that easily, I'm tempted to say, shall I take things out of this prop box?
Yeah.
And kind of like prepare that, and then we can literally just put it in.
Yeah.
This might be the easiest thing ever.
That you've been putting off for months.
Also, that's a wonky camera, isn't it?
A little bit.
That's a very wonky camera. That's fine, we'll just have a wonky camera.
We're just feeling wonky.
So what's in the prop box?
That's the question.
So much stuff.
I don't have any more prop boxes these days.
Really?
Yeah. I've stopped propagating entirely.
I don't blame you.
Because I can't be bothered with this.
Yeah. I think this is this a glorious?
It looks glorious.
Glorious-ish. Look at those aerial roots, they're insane.
Oh my gosh, I love prop box aerial roots.
They are so crazy. I haven't opened this in such a long time.
It's kind of nasty in there, not gonna lie.
I was going to say it has not been well cared for. This, I believe, was an El Choco Red. Which, to be honest, is a plant that I don't particularly want anyway. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sounds really bad. If I were you, I would just bin them.
Oh, I mean, to be honest, if it was just done, I wouldn't know about it, but because I've seen it now.
I should have been them while you weren't looking.
But also there's, there's things I'll look at later. Oh no, forgot about this one. This was the...
You could make some cool skeleton leaves with that.
I mean, it's kind of already done it.
Yeah,
look.
it's kind of done it on its own.
It's still actually got really good roots in there, which I'm very surprised about. So
this
I'm like,
whole stem is...
Yeah, but I'm like, maybe at some point it will...
It might pop back up.
I don't know. Okay.
But these leaves are really pretty.
They are really pretty. I'll definitely do something with them. Rainbow.
Yeah, you do get a rainbow.
Yay. Water the garden over here. So yeah, semi-hydro at the bottom.
Yeah,
is a really good shout.
I mean, it is worth noting that this is taller than this.
Yeah.
So we will have to do some root separating,
like
just a little bit.
spreading. Totally. I was saying to Emma, because this is I've only potted this up since I've lived here, I would have thought this soil is still pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't feel the need to...
It doesn't look bad, aside from being dry because you've not watered it, because you can't get up there. It actually looks fine. It doesn't look like it's gone downhill or anything. And you fertilise, so it's not like you need to worry about that too much.
I'm honestly amazed that the roots, like, have been so fine. Like, I was fully expecting to see, like, brown roots that needed chopping back.
I mean, Philodendron is one of the easiest Anthuriums I've ever had.
It is. And also, we were saying that yours is about to be, hang on, in fact, I'll get about to be ready to pollinate.
Yeah.
And I gave you some pollen.
Yes.
So we're going to make little children.
We're going to have grandbabies. Wait, do they count as grandbabies? If these are our babies, then they're the grandbabies?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're going to have joint custody. I'll give you half if I
was going to say, I'll then need to have some pollen back from yours, and then I can do the same with mine.
We could have siblings from different parents.
Oh, you know what, I'm going to pour all of it.
Do you want a layer thicker than that at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, apart from anything, for weight, like, just because, although this is going to be...
It will be quite heavy.
Weighty. Yeah, I think it will be. What's the harm in doing a little bit more, I'd say?
Yeah.
Won't do all of it, maybe just like...
You are definitely going to need some sort of water sprayer that you can reach up to water it.
Definitely. I mean, but yeah, I think...
Because at least with the trays, you can kind of water into them, but that's too high up.
It is.
And it doesn't have a tray.
Without having to get a chair out every time and stuff.
But yeah, we don't need to do that.
I know you've got the pumpy system that you use for yours.
I think you can get like an extension on those.
Ooh.
That could like reach up, and then you could just like spray it from afar.
Yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, I'd have like an electric one so I didn't have to pump.
Like Wild Fern has an electric one.
I haven't seen hers, but
If blue, it's pretty.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about the blue. But yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Done.
Woo! Oh God. Okay, so.
Do you want to go in on those roots a little bit?
A little bit.
Just spread them a little bit.
Oh my goodness. Also, I was going to say, you can see the
netting
all around the bottom.
They are looking surprisingly healthy.
I
considering.
cannot get over, because obviously anything in terracotta, moisture is just like drawn from it.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised it's doing so well.
I'm surprised you put it in terracotta to begin with, to be honest.
I just needed something super weighty up there.
Fair.
Again, which is why I think the additional semi-hydro is not a bad shout.
Oh no, that is quite in the roots, isn't it?
Yeah, it goes all the way up. I mean, if I break a few roots here and there, I'm not going to be super precious, because obviously it's got a lot. Yeah, being able to spread them a little bit.
And if you did want to pot it slightly deeper.
I definitely do.
What about if we pot it sideways?
Ooh. The only thing is, I think then...
But like, it would be dark still. We pot it at the back.
That's... I'm just trying to think, when those are all hanging down, are they not going to be bending weirdly?
Well, I think they would adjust.
Yeah, you're probably right. What about at an angle, so it's not fully on its side? Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking, because then we don't have to rip the roots as much.
Then a bit more give, isn't it?
And then you get all of that in without having to... Because this, no matter what, if you're trying to bury that more, you need the height. I know it would sit really weird to begin with, but it's always like whenever you repot something in a different way, it sits weird.
I don't think I want to do fully. I think I want to do a partial.
Like that?
Yeah, like partial.
Okay.
Just because I can't get my head around the fully sideways.
Fine.
But I've got a full thing of soil here that I think I'm just going to...
I mean, I've also got this.
Oh, nice. I was going to say, we can probably mix in there.
I was just going to pour straight in.
Perfect. I've got a bag of chunky orchid bark is the name.
Yeah, this is Monstera and Philodendron soil from Soil Ninja, but if you mix that in with orchid bark, should be absolutely fine.
Dump it in.
Some on this side.
Oh, I've got loads of the fine stuff here as well, so... Oh, and I do hope... I mean, yeah, there's no reason, looking at the roots, that my pally shouldn't start bouncing back with more frequent care again.
Yeah, as long as you're giving it moisture, I think that's the main thing it's been lacking.
Definitely. I'd say it's been so neglected, as has pretty much everything.
We'll have to order you, like, today. Otherwise you're going to forget.
I will forget. I won't do it.
See, I've not really done much no drainage in soil. And I know we put a layer of semi-hydro at the bottom, but I just don't have experience with it.
Yeah, I mean...
I know you've done it a couple of times.
I was going to say, like, my luxurians there, that also, I mean, that is ready to kind of come out because it's been growing in a no drainage vessel for years. Literally, I think about 3 years.
The same vessel.
Yeah.
It's probably time.
It's probably time, but I mean, it's done really well, and I've got other types of, again, like a lot of Anthuriums, which is kind of weird because you think of them as not wanting that. But I think so long as what you're using on top is really, really, really chunky, you can kind of balance it out.
I feel like I would just end up underwatering and then overwatering.
Yeah, I think it's
personally,
I know what you mean. I think it's definitely striking the right balance, but
you have to be really good at your watering to do no drainage in soil. Like, be really on top of it. Otherwise, you can very easily risk issues.
It does make things ridiculously low maintenance, though.
Yes.
Like my luxurians, for example, I think because there's no evaporation because it's in such a contained pot, I water that maybe once a month. Oh. And it's obviously one of the plants that looks absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And hasn't been watered.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, that looks great. And actually, we'll be able to see it better when it's up on the shelf. But looking at the layer there, it will be really great to be able to see, like, when it's ready for drink and whatnot. So
shall I pop it on the shelf and then I can water it as well, so you don't have to stand on the chair.
Nice. Thanks, Emma. Taken the handles off as well, so it looks more like a drainage vessel. A rowing vessel, as opposed to a storage box.
Okay, it's heavy, but it's not terrible.
Okay. We can't wait for Ross if you do need a hand.
No.
Oh no, she's got it. She's got it!
Like, it's heavy. I wouldn't suggest doing it on your own, but actually it has pulled them back quite a bit.
It has, and I mean, I guess we can kind of like pull them, adjust them around the sides as necessary.
Needed. So it's like if you wanted that one to go around the side.
Yeah. Perfect. Oh my god, yeah, and looking at the layers. See how that's just so easy to be able to tell when hopefully it will be ready for a drink.
It'll look better when it's wet as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Shall I fill the watering can?
Yes, please.
I think it looks actually quite nice as well.
Yeah, it really does not look as bad in that plastic container as I thought it was going to.
Yeah. I kind of like being able to see the layers and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
So I am just going to fill this whole, do the whole bucket. There we go.
Nice.
Because it will,
yeah,
it will wick.
It's starting to drain through now.
It'll start wicking up as well because there's a lot of dry components. It just needs time to like absorb it all.
Perfect.
I think it looks better.
I actually weirdly do as well. I mean, it definitely is more secure, isn't it? Like that.
Oh, absolutely. That's not going anywhere.
Solid.
Like,
Absolutely solid.
You're not at risk of this tipping.
No.
At all.
No.
And even your tallest leaf is only barely touching the ground now.
I know, that's because you're tilting, idea. Oh, talking of tilting, the camera is like that. Oh my god, thank you so much.
No problem.
That was actually also
Really easy.
a really easy job. I thought it was going to be a massive job.
Yeah.
But yeah, already the plant's looking better and it's kind of got more space to kind of spread, so hopefully
Once it
can now
hydrates,
get back on track.
it should unfurl.
I see no reason why it won't, seeing as those roots looked so good.
Yeah.
So
They weren't too dry as well, because that's what I was a bit worried
they weren't.
about.
The other one that I have been wanting to do for ages, is my Anthurium Regal Magnificum. And this one...
It's again in terracotta.
It's another one in terracotta. And this one is in moss in terracotta. So it dries out so fast. And actually, since I've put it in the drainage tray, since I've introduced the transparent trays, it's already been obviously easier to keep it hydrated.
Absolutely.
Oh god, it is.
But if you pop it in soil, it'll do a lot better.
Yeah, but I know, it's a plant's going to do much better like that.
So we have a couple options pot-wise. The one we took the Monstera out of earlier, which, if you think about the height based off of the top bit that you got the moss in here, this one would be too low.
You're right, and actually being able to pot it a bit lower and perhaps, and not necessarily take the collar off.
We could keep a collar on.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Do we want to put semi-hydro at the bottom of this?
I don't think, I mean, firstly, I haven't got a huge amount of semi-hydro left.
Yeah, true.
But also, I don't necessarily think it is necessary. One thing we could do is we could mix some of the lava rock in, which I know is about doing.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Again, just for weight, because this one is surprisingly forward heavy, particularly multiple leaves. Again, it's why I put it in terracotta to start with, because I was like, I want the weight.
Oh my gosh, the roots on those are so nice. They're like forbidden udon noodles.
They are. Oh my god, they are amazing. So yeah, this one I think will do much better. Throwing this all over myself.
And the floor.
Yeah. Ow, no. Crazy roots.
Are you going to try and get most of that moss off as well?
Yeah, I mean, although obviously with this type of plant you can leave a bit on, I would like to be, I'd like to select what I'd like to kind of put back in instead of...
Yeah. At least it's looking quite happy.
Yeah, again, this is one that I wasn't sure if it would have started going rotty, because obviously the foliage has been not good. I lost a couple of leaves on this plant, and the leaf that it has got is looking really quite sad.
Let me start putting a bit of... Actually, I'm going to do it in the drainage tray.
Yeah, go for it.
Purely because otherwise it will spill on the floor. Do you have any wider ones, or is this the widest?
That is the widest one I've got.
Okay, no, that's totally fine. It
can
does
get wider.
No, it sits in it. I just wanted to make sure, like, it'll be fine when it's heavy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think once it's got the weight of that, I think it can go.
I think this is gonna just love life in soil, because it'll have
I think it will as well.
nutrients in it. Because with moss, it's not getting any nutrients unless you fertilise it, which I know you do, but...
I do. I mean, I've been, again, very hit or miss about how often I fertilise. And actually, right now, I've run out of fertiliser. I need to get some more.
Okay, that's as much soil as I'm going to do, so we can pot it a little bit deeper.
Perfect. I think that's a sensible decision.
Look at me being sensible.
You're so sensible.
I'm always sensible.
Do you know if the scissors are to hand anyway?
I
Because that root is snapped, and I'm like, that's gonna...
Yeah, let me grab them.
Thank you, Emma.
No problem.
Emma.
That's what I'm here for.
Without you, Emma.
I'm literally here to make your life easier.
You are such a great friend. Also, Emma has already been over here once this week, and you were over here a couple of weeks ago. Emma is literally the best friend in the world?
I mean, I just like hanging out with Claire. And oh no, if I have to come over and do plant chores, like,
oh dear.
Life is so hard.
It's like we hate doing it so much.
It gets terrible. No, I love it. I love coming around.
Yay.
And it makes me happy to help.
Thank you.
Because I don't like seeing you or your plants upset.
No,
Not that you're upset, but you know what I mean.
It's just, I mean, we were saying it this morning, or we were just kind of having a catch up, but like, when so much stuff goes wrong so quickly, like, there is just, like, I don't know, things might look a lot better in this space, but there's just still so much to be done that I have been saying needs to be done for ages that would turn into much bigger issues if we didn't do it.
Yeah, and like, honestly, catching things early is the easiest way to do things. And so if I need to come around once a month for a little bit, oh no.
Thank you.
Honestly, it's my pleasure.
Thank you.
I would do this even if you weren't pregnant. Even if you just wanted my company.
Likewise, goes without saying. More than happy to anytime. Oh my god, the main stem. See how thick that
Oh my god, it goes all the way down there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Down.
Yeah, it's like really dense with moss as well.
Yeah, I was growing it in moss in plastic before.
No! Wait, is this your Magnificum straight or your...
No,
that's your Magnificum straight.
Yeah.
Because that's from me.
Yes, I was going to say you
and I was growing that one in moss purely. And so I was wondering, because if this was your straight Magnificum, it would have been in moss since I was growing it.
Oh my god.
But no, that one's been soil now, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is now in soil with a moss topper. But I remember when you first gave me that Magnificum, which must...
I mean, it's doing so much better in your care than mine.
I mean, how many years ago was that? That must have been like...
It was back at the flat, so not...
No, it wasn't. It was when I was at my mum's. Because I remember moving with that plant.
Oh my god, it was!
Because also, I remember when you gave me that plant and I saw it growing in sphagnum moss, I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even think that you could do that for Anthurium.
And look at you now!
Look at me now, so you've inspired this.
Oh my god, that was so long ago. We've been friends for so long now.
I know! I was going to say that must have been like easily 4.5 years ago.
Yeah. Feels like just yesterday.
It does. Our friendship blossomed.
Sorry, I'm trying not to do too much because I don't want you to like accidentally pull it away and like rip a root off.
I mean, again, similarly to what I said about the pally, I feel like if this one was to lose a root or two, it actually wouldn't be the end of the world. Because, yeah, it's
got a lot.
It's got a lot. But again, this plant is going to love life when these roots can just spread a little bit more, lap up more nutrients and not dry out as quickly.
I mean, so for the longest time I stopped growing in sphagnum only, but now I've started growing things again in dirty sphagnum specifically.
As in with soil?
Not soil, but I make a sphagnum mix with sphagnum moss, perlite, orchid bark, biochar, and sometimes tree fern fiber.
Oh, nice. Which
so I've got
plants are you growing in
my Philodendron ilsmanii in it.
Nice.
I've got a couple of things in no drainage terrariums, like little some terrarium begonias, because they were propping in moss to begin with.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't really want to pull the roots out of the moss. They're so spindly.
Yeah. I was going to say I'd be terrified to do that.
I don't want to take them out. They're so fragile. They're going to yell at me if I do. So I just kind of put more dirty moss around them.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that goes well. But I found my ilsmanii loves it.
Well, I was going to say, because that's quite a big plant.
Yeah. And it's not huge.
How big's it now?
It's in a pot, like...
Oh. I thought it was in like a 14, 16 centimetre.
No, it's still little.
Oh.
I got it as a cutting in September.
In my mind, it was bigger. I was going to say, when they get bigger, weight-wise, will you just put them in like heavy ceramics?
I suppose I'll have to, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got it on a pole, so it's going to have to be on something heavy.
I see, yeah.
But it's really liked that. I've not had any issue with it. But for a while, I stopped growing in like moss entirely.
Yeah. I mean, it is just, like, when it gets really warm, it's obviously a much higher maintenance way of growing, but...
So fast. It's like moss poles in the summer are so fast.
How many moss poles have you got?
I've got 10.
10, nice.
Which is A lot, but not at the same time. And they're all plants
compared
that I
to how we
really
used
love.
to be with moss poles.
Yes.
It's a big decrease.
And I'm trying to be better again at keeping on top of their maintenance.
Yeah.
I was talking about it in a plant tours video on my channel the other day, that like moss poles are the most maintenance, the highest maintenance thing I have in my collection.
Yeah.
I've like low maintenance the rest of my whole collection except for moss poles, because you can't really low maintenance them.
Without cling filming them.
Yeah, and I just hate the look of that.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
Selfishly,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. But it's the thing that I have to do the most maintenance on most of the time.
I completely understand that. They are just so much upkeep.
And like if you forget about it for a week, it's kind of like you go back 10 years because you.
I'm just.
Do we want to cut this off?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Can you hold this up with scissors? I had scissors. Yeah, but we can't always put the collar back on.
We can put the collar back on, but I'm intrigued to know how deep, because the stem goes down to there. Oh my god, look at that.
I think we'll be able to get it pretty far, because I didn't put too much soil on the bottom of it.
This is insane, and like look at those growing roots there.
I love that.
I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but that looks
so nice.
Amazing. So
pop her in.
Yeah, cool. Oh my god, you know what? Pretty good.
I think it's perfect.
That's pretty good, and we can encourage these ones to go down.
Yeah.
Joy of joys. I'm very mossy.
Messy mossy.
Messy mossy.
Do you reuse your moss?
It depends. This stuff here, I don't know if you can tell, like, it just is so dead. Like, it looks, I don't know, it's just...
Yeah.
I reuse moss if it's still, like, living, and if I feel like it's still offering good aeration, whereas, like, this just feels quite compact and... Yeah. I mean, for a little bit of air layering, it would probably be alright.
Yeah. Or like to put in a moss pole.
Yeah, exactly. But I probably wouldn't.
You wouldn't like propagate something in it now.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Do you?
True. Typically no. Kind of same vibes. Where it's like if it looks like it's still doing fine, or like to put in a moss pole. But I find like once it gets hydrophobic, it it's really hard to get it. Well, it can't live again, can it? Like it just dies. Sorry, I'm not sitting in the best position to be doing this.
Oh, that's alright. I was going to say, this is a very higgledy-piggledy kind of video. It's just literally us hanging out, pressing record on the camera and doing what we would do anyway.
Yeah. But it's fun.
It is.
And we're getting some much-needed stuff done. And you don't even need the collar, actually.
No, I think that actually, there's a nice little area where you just hear that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'll try and cap some stuff. But I mean, even just like laying a bit of this around the top.
I don't think you even need to do that.
Maybe not.
I mean, we're going to finish this box. So. Do you want to scoop that? I don't want to tip it, so I don't want to hit something I'm not supposed to.
Perfect.
There we go.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about what this plant's going to do now.
Yeah, I think it's going to do great things.
Yeah. I think this could be one of my, like already it was starting to get so big.
Yeah.
And if I had been more on top of caring for it, I think it would have, that would have just continued. So yeah.
Yeah. Shall I grab a watering can and we can water it in?
Perfect. Thank you, Emma.
No problem.
Yes, round.
Where did I put it?
You took it back.
Oh yeah,
that
put
way.
it back
I
here.
see.
Yeah.
And the next time I come to pot size this up, hopefully not for at least another year or so, but when that time comes, because there was so much stem with good roots, I could take some wet sticks and essentially get lots of this plant going and like put it back, and that could be really cool. So yeah, lots of potential. That reminds me, how are your regal cuttings doing?
Oh yeah, they're both, the top and the bottom both sprouted and have new leaves. I'm going to join them in together.
Perfect.
The middle section, I think it dry rotted.
Oh, that's annoying.
It never rooted, and I let it callus over and stuff before I put it in anything, but it never it never did anything, so I think it eventually rotted. And
Yeah.
I was planning on giving it to you if it had succeeded, but...
I was going to say, yeah, especially at the moment, don't worry.
Well, yeah, but I did that before you were pregnant, didn't I?
I was just saying I could chop, if like when this comes to having another repot, I could chop several bits of this and do like wet stick cuttings and...
Yeah, so I've never been able to successfully do a chunk, but I've done a top piece and I've done a bottom piece.
Oh, interesting you've been able to do a bottom.
So I haven't been able to root the middle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Because I hadn't air layered it or anything.
Interesting. I was going to say this moss that I said was good for nothing, I might just lay around the top here just to kind of contain the moisture in.
Go for it. I mean, it's still not gone through the bottom yet. I was really surprised.
I was going to give it a minute, expect. Be surprised if it didn't. It's got so much bark in there and stuff.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you want me to wet that?
Yeah, why not?
There we go.
Oh, I'm so excited to see what this leaf does
Yeah.
now.
Hopefully, now that it's in a better spot, like fertilizer-wise, it'll have more.
Oh, that is now, I mean, that is heavier than it was in terracotta now. That is one dense plant.
Yeah, it might have to be a solo.
Yeah, I was going to say that one can live alone now.
You can put... Oh, that's semi-hydro.
That's
I was going to say you
semi-hydro.
could put this in with it, but...
Oh, that one's a whole other
What
kettle
is
of
this?
fish. That is my Draconopterum, my Anthurium Draconopterum, that looked kind of weird and phallic. Yeah, I need to do something to this at some point, but I don't think today's the day. I think I'm running out of steam.
Fair. We've done 3 big tasks.
Yeah, and to be fair, those are the ones that I feel like I couldn't have done by myself and I needed you for.
I'm glad to help.
So yeah, thank you, Emma,
Absolutely.
for joining me.
My pleasure.
And yeah, if you... What am I saying? This... I know this has been a bit of a chilled video, but I hope you have enjoyed it. As always, if you've been doing planty stuff along with us, then let us know how you've got on. Have you got through lots of things?
Hope you have.
And yeah, if you would like to see Emma back again soon, then she will be, I'm sure.
I'll try to be. I love hanging out, so
yeah, me too.
anytime.
And in the meantime, as I say, we did do a video over on her channel, so I will link it below, so you can go and watch that now. How fun. Yeah. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video.
Stay sexy, plant lovers.